Dating 101, the art of asking the right questions. Now, this is, kind of fun, and you should make it fun, and you should keep it light without asking too, personal questions. Don't go there. You don't want to go into deep water on the first date or even the second date. It's not the time. But I also understand that sometimes there's a lull in the conversation, and then there's that awkward silence, and you're sitting there going, oh crap, what do I say? And you feel like you have to, if the other person's not speaking, then you feel like you have to kind of throw something out there. Ask a hypothetical. I love hypotheticals. Hypotheticals are great because you can typically get some information using a hypothetical, and the person will be much more open to answering it because it's a what if kind of question rather than a, do you or are you? And people get kind of defensive sometimes and uncomfortable when you're coming at them directly with the question, but use a hypothetical. Or ask a question that, what's your favorite comfort food? What's your go-to? And that sometimes will spark some conversation. Hopefully it will. And you can kind of, segue from there. But don't go in, too much asking a bunch of questions, and listen to what they say and take something from that, and then, go on to something else using that information. Because people love to talk about themselves. They do. But sometimes you have to kind of push and, kind of nudge them. And like I said, hypotheticals are great for this because, what if you could go anywhere, where would you want to go and why? Because that will spark thinking and thought, and it also makes you memorable, because if you make somebody think, they're going to remember you. And that's important, but it's important to keep the conversation, non-invasive. And that goes for you. You should not be speaking about things that are really personal to you. Don't give that out. Make them earn that. That comes in with time. It's not something for the first date or even the second date. Have some fun, keep it light. And typically, if you can ask the right questions, you will have good conversation that you can take a lot from. Even if the person isn't, somebody that you want to date again, everybody that you meet will always have something that they can teach you. Did you know that? So pay attention. You may learn something new, and it may interest you. And it's funny how, when people go on first dates, they're so focused on one thing. And really, you should just focus on getting to know the person. Because even if it doesn't work out as a romantic thing, maybe the person will become a friend. Who knows? But if you close your mind too much and not ask the right questions and not try to, keep the conversation going, you're not going to get much of anywhere. Even if they don't go on to date you again, they will remember you and you will learn something. So have an open mind. Make sure you ask the right kind of questions, and make sure they're not invasive questions, because nobody wants to deal with that on a first date or a second date. Too much too soon. But you can have some fun. Hypotheticals are a great way to have fun, and they do spark conversation. And ask questions that are kind of obscure but personal, but not really personal. What's your favorite go-to? What's your favorite comfort food? Things like that. It typically sparks conversation. So try it out, and good luck.